Welcome, everyone, to Life Beyond 6 Feet. We are your hosts, Damian Christie from RKB Paranormal. She's Kelly Shaper from K2 Paranormal Research. Kelly, welcome back.
Again.
Yeah, you keep returning. Like I'm shocked you return.
I know, I keep coming back.
Right. So, all right. Well, this week we have a very special guest. I'm very excited about this episode. We have
We're with you, so we're gonna keep up.
we have Miss Dani Marie this week from Get Haunted. Dani. Oh, we got the giggles. But Dani, welcome to Life Beyond 6 Feet.
Thank you for having me. This is so fun. I love
already. It is. We always have fun. You should see us investigating together. It's a riot.
It is. It's
that would be phenomenal. You know what? Because like having fun is the biggest part, I think, like having that good energy, right? It's the biggest part of like making things. Yeah.
It's so much fun. We have a blast.
It is. You got to take it serious, but you also got to have your fun too, or it's just going to be absolutely boring when nothing's going on. So, yeah. So obviously, you know,
my whole gig when we're out investigating is to make him scream at least once.
Do you ever get him to do like the Scooby-Doo like jump, like he gets scared and like tries to run?
Every time.
And what's funny about that is like 99% of the time when I get scared and scream, it's something non-paranormal.
It's always how it is, right?
I
don't know how many times I have scared my teammate Rob. I don't even mean to. I'll try not to interrupt him because he's talking to a guest or something. And I'll just be like just off of his peripheral so he can't see me, and he'll turn around, jump scares every single time. The poor man's gonna have a heart attack because of me one day.
That's good stuff.
Yeah, the last one I was just standing there and Damien was kind of walking backwards or something like that, and he turned around and there I was and he screamed.
Well, I wasn't expecting you to be there, so
gotcha.
All right.
Yeah.
So obviously this show's about the paranormal. Dani's a paranormal investigator. So Dani, kind of tell us how you got on this paranormal journey. Kind of start us off from the beginning.
Start us from the beginning? Well, honestly, a lot of this stuff, I'm going to sound real generic, and I'm trying not to, but I feel like a lot of people have the same thing. I grew up in a haunted house, you know?
Everybody.
Very weird.
Yeah.
Like right? I feel like everybody I run into, oh yeah, I grew up in a haunted house.
Right.
I think it's prerequisite for being a paranormal investigator. You have to grow up in a haunted house, at least one of them.
Right.
It's what sparks the questions of what the F is going on here. How?
Right.
No, but around, I'd say I don't even remember like the actual age anymore. Probably like 7 or 8. Had some really off the wall stuff happen in the house that I was growing up. I had been pulled out of my bed by an unseen force.
Oh wow.
I'm like to the point where like I had a handprint that like, you know, when you go to like grab somebody and like it kind of leaves like a mark for lasted pretty long. It was like a real large handprint. I was the only one in the room. I was so scared. I ended up sleeping on my parents' floor for like a whole week. Wouldn't even tell them why I was sleeping on their floor.
Wow.
I was terrified. So about like the last day I decided I was going to stay in their room. I, for some reason, couldn't sleep, looked over to their closet. They had this like really grand closet, and it looked like an old man and a German Shepherd walked out of the closet and then just vanished. I was like, that's it. I'm not sleeping here either. So all these things would happen. There was like this little ghost cat that you would see like trot down, like it would literally just trot down the basement stairs and then disappear. Like you would never see it anywhere else in the house. It was so bizarre. But yeah, disembodied voices. We'd have this smell, and it just smelled like someone who hadn't showered for a very long time, dirt and muck. But you could actually like follow this, like you would follow it from room to room, like it was just doing its own thing. So, I mean, really old farmhouse. The property's pre-revolutionary, so like it could just be like I don't know, old farmer, like back in the day, you didn't bathe.
It could have been anybody. It could have been anything. Anybody, anything. Yeah.
So yeah, it's like having all these experiences. It left me, by the time I was a teenager, I'm like, what the F is going on here? Like, this isn't normal. Started going to grade school, telling my experiences. Everyone's looking at me like, what's wrong with her? You know what I mean? So I decided that I wanted to get answers. Obviously when you're like 18, 19, no one's going to take you seriously when you want to try to get into a paranormal team, right?
Right.
So kind of like, okay, you know what, whatever. Taps was like a big thing back then. So I was watching all the tap shows and everything and just decided, you know what, F it. I'm going to try to make my own team. Why do I got to join somebody else's? I'll go make my own team. I didn't realize how hard that could be, especially when you don't know, you know what I mean? Like you don't know what you're doing. So it's like, but yeah, but so I ended up somehow deciding to do this whole, I'm going to find myself in my paranormal journey, and marched my butt down to Gettysburg by myself with no clue what to do, right? Ended up finding this amazing couple who kind of took me under their wing. They helped me network. They got me introduced to a whole slew of people.
I love it.
And I was doing my own thing. Like I still couldn't get into a group. Everyone's like, well, we want someone with experience or that can do this or that. I'm not a psychic medium. I'm not a demonologist. I'm not, not specialized. I'm a normal investigator. I love using my skills to investigate, and I use equipment, but I would never claim to be anything beyond that. You know what I mean?
Right.
So ended up I found a couple of friends, and we decided to go to just like do some random paranormal journeying on our own. And this one location out in New York, lady was real sweet. We were talking to her. I was telling her where I was from, and she's like, you know what? There's this group out there that's really close to where you live. You should really check them out. And ended up being, I don't know if you can see my taps. Ended up being Get Haunted, right? Oh my gosh, this is great. Someone in the local area that kind of has the exact same core values that I had. Like I wanted to be able to help people. I wanted to be able to have someone else be able to have a better experience than I did trying to get into all this. You know what I mean? And that's what they're all about. So I called them up, and Rob's a co-owner, and I somehow talked him into doing an investigation with me in Gettysburg. Never met me before, right? And he's like, yeah, sure. Where are we going? He booked his room. I booked my room. My friend booked their rooms. We had the best time. It was we'd always known each other. Like it was just one of those, like when it's meant to be kind of a situation.
It's like Damien and I. It's exactly like us. Yeah.
It's just like that family vibe instantly. And I was like, okay. So then
he's my weird little brother. I keep telling everybody.
Yeah, see, and I'm like Rob's weird little sister. So that was perfect. But yeah, so like I ended up tagging along because
you're screaming. I should call you my weird little sister.
Wow.
But yeah, so I just started tagging along with them, and eventually somehow talked my way into being strategy and culture manager, and how I got to where I'm at today.
I love it. Well, there's one thing that I found out about you when I was researching you is we use the same tarot deck.
Oh, do we really?
Yeah, but do you use the crow deck?
I love the crow.
I love the crow deck. Do you do the first deck or the second deck?
I think it's the first deck. Ooh, where is it? It's like floating around here somewhere. I think it's the first one.
Okay.
Actually.
Yeah, that's the one I use too. Yeah.
They're real easy to read. It kind of just feel like you vibe
and
them
they just come. Yeah. They're very communicative. They're very it's like, ooh.
Yeah, I get so excited because I have like a little array of like I have like 12 decks, and there's like 3 or 4 of them that I cycle through. Like they're the only ones I kind of really connect with,
Yeah, I picked up a few extra decks, and I actually used my witch deck the other day, and the crow deck got jealous and spit out a bunch of bullshit.
Nice.
It was weird.
They have personalities. It's so
they do.
Weird. They do.
I love it.
They really do. And even too, like depending on what question I want answered or like what mood I'm in, certain decks work better than others.
And that's why I went for the witch deck. I wanted something a little bit different than my crow deck, and they got jealous.
They're like, no, you're mine.
You're ours.
I've had that done once.
Yeah.
I gotta do you.
I've had that done once.
Wait, have you not had a card reading? What? Sorry, that was loud.
We'll have to do that.
I've had it done once, and I think the woman was full of it because she told me, my wife, my best friend, and our 2 sons pretty much the exact same thing.
Oh.
And I'm like,
cookie cutter response to like whatever. Oh,
it was pretty much the exact same thing. She just worded it differently. I was like, oh, come on. I was like, I
love it. That's just bizarre.
So I don't know.
And like it's funny because like every card, even if you pull the same card for each person, it could mean like if there's 3 people and you pull it 3 times, it could mean 3 different things.
Because it relates to all the other cards that are pulled too, which can't be identical for everybody.
No, if they were, I'd be like, my deck's broken. I need to
my deck's broken. I need to.
Now that I'm actually thinking about it, She did
What?
say that at some point, in some kind of way, I would be making money off the paranormal. And look what we just started.
I know. I
Nice.
know.
That's kind
So,
of nice, though.
so
I like
maybe
that.
maybe
It's
she would.
scary as hell.
It is.
Is
We just,
It is.
Yeah.
we just
Oh,
started our
did you hear
own.
what we did? Did you see what we did?
No, what'd you do?
We picked up our first property, our first location.
Did you really?
Yeah, they asked us. Damien went there first to check it
Mhm.
out. And he called me up and he says, they want to do events. I don't do events. You got to go out there. And so I went out there and I said, you got to come with me. I can't do this journey by myself. You're going to have to come with me. So we both went back and investigated again. My first time, his second time, which was unreal. It took me 2 weeks to stop vibrating from that experience.
Are you kidding me?
No, I'm not.
Whoa.
It has an intelligent haunting, it has a residual haunting, it has an elemental haunting, and we're looking at a native spirit haunting.
Oh, wow. That's
All
a
at one
lot of
location.
energy.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Whoa.
No
Okay.
wonder I vibrated for 2 weeks. God damn.
I had that weird like the internal buzzing, right?
Yeah, it's the internal buzz.
Mhm.
Mhm.
I had that. We were at the Conjuring House not that long ago. It was my first time at the Conjuring House.
Wow.
And oh my God, I messaged Sarah's our other co-owner. I messaged her. I'm like, hey, just so someone knows in case something stupid happens here, I'm buzzing and I can't figure out why I'm buzzing.
I've not done it but a few times, and now I know why it is. It's because it's so active that the energy in there just makes you buzz.
Oh, you know what? Well, yeah, you figure all the different, and it's not just
Mhm.
one thing. It's
No,
like you said, elemental too, right?
elemental too. Yeah.
That's to me, I feel like that's a whole other level because
That's a whole nother level that I'm not familiar
very,
with.
I think, in my opinion, and I'm no expert on anything. I'll just say that right now.
Mhm.
But like that's a very like, ancient energy, right? Like that would to me, I
Right.
would think a very ancient, definitely not human. So,
Mhm.
but not. I
Very,
mean,
very
wow, after I
ancient,
said
been
that, wow,
around for
not
centuries.
necessarily bad. After I said that, I'm like, oh, people are going to take that I'm saying it's bad. No, it's not
No,
necessarily.
no, it's not. It's an indication of what we're picking up as a human being, as our
Mhm.
body. Our body's the biggest antenna out there.
Right.
So,
My favorite piece of equipment is just being able to vibe things out.
yep,
Are you kidding
yep,
me? Nice.
yep.
Yeah, no, that's one thing I
Are you
struggle with.
enjoying the conversation that we're having, Damien? Because you're
I'm.
kind of like, you've been blocked out.
It's all good. It's all good.
So what did you think about the old hospital on College Hill?
I love that building. She is alive. She is her own thing. I absolutely love her. It's really cool because on top of the hill, right? You drive
Yeah.
up and you're just. I was just awestruck because this is the biggest location for. Well, I've been investigating for about 16 years now, and this was to date the biggest location I had ever been at.
Wow.
So driving up to it, I was just awe-inspired. I was kind of a little starstruck at the aspect of getting into. You know what I mean? I was just like,
Yeah, I do.
Right.
I was like, I can't wait to get in. We had been there, and it wasn't a normal investigation for us being there when I went anyway.
Mhm.
My team had gone out and done a normal event there, and then we were doing Girls versus Boys, the Paranormal Challenge, and like there was this whole thing with Haunted Road Trip. We got all these cameras set up, and it was like the girls versus the boys, and we had challenges, and the girls ended up winning. We had this like little trophy with a skull. It was so fun. But
We
even
got to
just
do that.
setting up, we're trying to, I would hope eventually we keep talking about it. We need to reset it up. It just takes a lot of planning. We want to get like other teams involved with something
Yeah.
like that. It's
Right.
so fun. But yeah, just like setting up the cameras and like trying to get pictures to like throw in the in-between times and stuff. At one point I was in there by myself and I'm just like, okay. I'm like not like scared, but I'm like, wow, totally know I'm the only living being in this building, but I'm not alone in this building. It was
Wow.
crazy. You'd hear someone talking and you'd go like, oh, it's one of my team members, and you go to talk to them. Nobody where you heard the voice come from.
Oh.
So
But
that clear of direct
oh yeah.
voice.
Like I
Oh
literally
wow.
thought there'd be someone down the hall. I go down the hall and there's no one there, or I would think
Wow.
that I saw one of my crew turn into a room, and I'd
Mhm.
be like going to like ask him if they can check a camera or something, and I'm like, okay, then what did I just see turn the corner? Because I definitely saw something.
Yeah.
Right.
Wow.
Yeah, and Charlie and Tanya, the owners, they're the sweetest people. Oh my goodness, I freaking love them. I do. They're so nice.
Yeah, we interviewed Tanya, and instantly that location went to the top of the list for me.
Right.
What she described happening to her.
There.
Oh my.
Yeah. And then there, I'm probably gonna misspeak here. I don't know if it's called a carriage house, whatever the house. There's two houses that are connected to the
Yes.
property. Like one's right next to it, and then there's one like you go down the stair. It's kind of fun. Like you go down these stairs, and then there's like another house.
Right.
Part of us, the part of the team that I was with, we stayed at the one that's right next to the hospital.
Ooh.
Oh, they're haunted.
Oh, cool.
They are.
Excellent.
Every single one of us. There were 3 of us staying at the top, and at one point, I was the only one there, and I thought one of the guys that I was, one of the people I was staying with, I thought they walked back in, so I went to go ask them, hey, is everything okay with the other person? Because they were helping them get their bags out of the car. No one was there. We were hearing knocking. We were hearing it, just really unexplainable. Could not figure out where some of this stuff was like happening, or yeah. I don't know. Just that whole place is so active, and I love it. And I would recommend every single person to go check that place out.
Oh yeah.
It was.
Have you? I'm sorry, I don't know. Have you been there?
No, it's now on top of my list. Yeah, that's an away trip.
Yeah, and it's so worth it though. It really is.
It's definitely.
I gotta get Damien to be able to do road trips though.
You gotta get some road trips in, man.
It's hard with my job, so.
I know.
I have to have like.
We're gonna get your
time.
vacation next year.
Hey, I'll have like.
You got to. There's nothing like a good paranormal road trip. You know what I mean? Like,
I know. Yeah, I'm doing them on a regular basis these days.
I love it.
Yeah. It's nice to stay in a separate hotel all the time.
Right.
Like, yeah, there's that fun aspect, but then it gets really draining. Like, I just want my own bed. Like, at some point, you're just like, I'm done.
For me, it's not the bed. For
Really?
me, it's the food. I can't. I get so tired of fast food. I can't do it. It's like I just want to sit down restaurant.
Right.
Are
Oh,
you still with us, Damien? You've been just going in and out with the video. So I'm trying to make sure you're still with us.
Yeah, I'm here.
Your turn.
Yeah.
I'll quit talking. Your turn.
No, you're good. So you keep mentioning.
No, I was all excited to meet Dani Marie.
Aww.
Okay. I forgot where I was going. So you keep
got all kinds of notes.
I do, and you keep jumping in front of me. No, you keep mentioning Get Haunted. What is Get Haunted for those who may not know exactly what it is?
Oh, we are hard to put into one sentence. So we're like a multifaceted paranormal network. So we do everything from having the network where we can bring everyone from like the novice, the seasoned investigator, teams.
Mm-hmm.
We kind of like created this space for all of them to come together, but a safe space. Like there's no judgment. If you can't come in acting like act like an ass. Oh, I feel like I don't want to curse. Sorry.
No, go for it.
But
a jackass.
Yeah, like a jack. You can't be a jackass there. Everyone,
you
come there to grow, you come there to learn, you come there to get experiences, tips. If you have a question about a location, you come to the network. Everyone helps each other there. It's a breath of fresh air, actually, because it's something that so many people have been looking for so long. So we finally have this one centralized location with gethaunted.com. We have the public network, the private network on Facebook. We also are an events and services company. So what we'll do there is we will rent out locations, do the ticket sales. We keep our events small. I hate overcrowding. No one on our team wants anyone to have a horrible experience. Our biggest thing is it's about you. It's your investigation. We're there to facilitate it. We want you to have your experience. You're not there to watch ours. You know what I mean?
Right.
So small group. And we try our best. So when everyone comes in, a big part of what we do is we want to get to know you. So there's a lot of, just like socializing, trying to figure out okay, if you have a lot more experience, we're going to try to group you with
Right.
other people that are a little bit more experienced. Because in that way, you don't have to worry about gauging what you're doing because maybe someone isn't as skilled or as knowledgeable in something. So we
Right.
try to keep the levels of experience similar. And then we usually have 2 to 3 crew members per location, depending on the size of location, obviously. Split the people into groups. We go half the night is a guided investigation. So we'll take our groups, we'll explain the equipment we're going to use, how it works, what the theory is, give a little bit of the history of the location, run them through a few experiments, try to get them, as involved as possible because it's their night,
Right.
And then about halfway through the evening, we kind of leave it up to them. It's kind of a free roam situation. We're like, okay, guys, hey, you learned what we can give you. Free, go, have your time. And then, there's sometimes there's people who they're not as comfortable going and do their own thing. So we stay with them. We continue to investigate with them. Or sometimes we'll give, which is my favorite thing, is we'll do like these little extra experiments. They're optional if you want to do them. Usually there's a lot of like Estes involved with that. Or sometimes we'll do like, we have like those have you guys ever used those tripwires?
The tripwires are fantastic. Oh my God.
So fun.
I want tripwires.
They're great. Our one investigator, Brittany, she is so great at using these things in all these fun and innovative ways. Like the one time she had them all the way around the table. I think she was doing like a card game. So if the spirit wanted to hit, they had to light up the spot of the tripwire they were sitting at.
That's awesome.
She gets great results. She's phenomenal with these things. And then the one time she had a circle and she put all the chairs around it and she'd ask them to light up the one that's under the chair of the person they liked the most. It's just our crew is, I give them all kudos, man. They come up with the wildest, like not cookie cutter experiments to do with like whatever is at their disposal. They're so good with that.
That's awesome.
But yeah, so that's what we do as far as the events and services. And then we also do merchandise. Merchandise is like a huge part of what we do.
Right.
We have
the merchandise to me is pulling my teeth out.
Oh my God. I
love the t-shirt though. Love
every
the t-shirt.
single time. T-shirts, mugs, we've got laser grit. So we do customization too. So which is phenomenal because your team, your small team, you don't want to have to order 5 million shirts so that your team can have shirts. We can help you there. We can do the smaller quantities. We can put your logo on, or if say like you have a name, but you can't figure out a damn logo. You know what I mean? So we'll help you figure out your logo. We'll get you customized. There's this whole section that's just geared towards helping people that are wanting to like get a brand. You know what I mean?
Oh, wow. Right. So that's awesome.
Customization. And then we also, I'm trying to think, there's something I'm missing. We also consulting. Oh my God. Wow, how could I forget that? I'm sorry. I feel like I'm yelling. Consulting.
No,
just anyone who's getting started and maybe has questions. We can figure out, what is it that you need? Who do we know that we can help you? And just trying to get people where they want to be in the paranormal. Because that's kind of our thing is just, we want everyone to be uplifted. If you win, we win. And then we can all help each other.
Right. Because you never know who's going to be the person that hits on the evidence that breaks some barrier to where we actually start understanding what we're dealing with here.
Yes. And I feel like it's so important. Like if you can give somebody else the tools, maybe they have a strategy, or everyone has a different mindset. Everyone thinks of things differently. Maybe what you're doing is not working, but they can think of something a little differently, and it gets the answers or the evidence or where is that not a win? You know what I mean?
Right. Well, there's so many teams that are just out there for themselves and they're just very protective and closed off and don't even, they don't care.
I know. It always bums me out.
To me, it's not about that. It's about helping each other. It's about the community.
Right.
We've got a huge community.
Yeah. I mean, for as small as paranormal is, it's huge. You know what I mean? Like in the big scheme of things.
Yeah.
And I mean, we're only making it smaller when we don't want to share. So, and the thing is too, sometimes I wonder, is it because they've been like, I try to give everyone that benefit of the doubt. I'm like, is it because they were burned so many times when they were trying to start and they want to be able to say, I did this for me. You know what I mean? Like, I hope, I don't want that to be, but maybe for some people it is. And I would hope that they find a way to break out of that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I would think for some people that would be the reason. For others, they're just jealous of what they have.
Yep.
Yeah, it does happen.
It does.
But for my team, when I started doing this, I was all about whoever wants to come in and investigate, I will give you that chance. I'm all for it. And my entire team is new. I do not have one seasoned investigator on there except for me.
Mm-hmm.
You know what the beauty of that is? They're all going to think outside the box. They're not stuck in the way. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. They are. My resident skeptic is one of the biggest innovators on the face of the planet right now. He is really good about it. And he didn't believe in the paranormal when he first started. He just had his first experience at the Gaines house in Gainesboro. And he picked up my dowsing rods and he says, I can't explain that.
Mm-hmm.
Get the heck out.
I'm like,
yeah. Isn't that the best when there's someone who's like, no, it can't be. And then they're like, well, how? Like, how?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
So, yeah.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah, Damien calls me. He says, I got somebody new for you. I'm like, cool.
Those are the best.
Send them over.
And even too, because like we do a lot of public investigations. So we'll always ask like, hey, who are the skeptics in the room? Who doesn't believe? And it's fun to watch them throughout the night, especially if they haven't really had their first experiences yet. When they finally get that, just their energy, everything.
It just changes.
Oh,
yeah.
Yeah.
I told Jim, I said, I really want to have a camera on you when you see your first full-bodied apparition.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you don't forget that either.
That's going to be incredible. What's your next topic, Damien?
Oh, I'm just going to enjoy listening to you guys chat.
He's going to fire me after this show. Cool.
Fun. I love this.
So what's some of the places you've investigated, not as a part of like the events and stuff, just like as with yourself or with just a few friends? What's some of the most some of the best places you've investigated personally? Hello?
So actually, I think when I first got started, I spent a lot of time in Gettysburg and the orphanage, the National Soldiers. I'll screw up the whole thing. However, that's called. It's the old orphanage.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Getting into that for the first time, that is one of those places you always have that one, or at some point in your life, you end up having that one location that it either calls to you or there's something about it that you just always have that connection. And for me, it's the orphanage in Gettysburg. Walking in there for the first time, and it's gone through some renovations. They are trying to take care of this building, but at one point you would walk into there's a storefront, and then you would walk into the side, and they were doing it kind of as like almost like a haunted attraction, but
Hello?
I know what it takes to keep buildings up and property up and all that kind of crap. I mean, it's a lot more intense than what people think it is. Let's see. He just lost connection.
Hello. I just popped
the
back
flask
in.
off to the side. Hey,
Hello?
there he is.
I don't know what the fuck just happened.
I can hear you.
I can hear you. We can't see you.
Oh no.
I don't know, but we can hear you. We can't see you.
Like I have no my screen just went blank. And like everybody was gone.
Well, I've got the.
Oh no.
There's just Dani. There's me. Oh, there you are. You're coming.
There we are.
We're back. We're back.
So I just missed like 2 minutes of what we were talking about.
Oh, we just went into where we were talking about how I like to Get Haunted's premise and their business model, in that it's a one stop shop for what
Right.
you need. It's kind of what I wanted to do with paranormal, but it also is related to historic rescue that I had started. It's a nonprofit that I started when I first got into
Right.
being serious about the paranormal, to help locations restore, maintain, and repair.
And I
Right.
think that goes like hand in hand what we try to do
It
too. So
does.
if you
It
ever want
does.
to like work side by side with that, we can try to help.
I
connect
would
you
I
where
would
you
dearly
need.
love to do something like that. I'm gonna have to get a hold of you guys and have a sit down. Are you guys
Yeah.
what Paracons are you gonna be at late and
So
coming up?
I have it sitting next to me. I think we have Ocean State Paracon, Terracon, which I
Are
think
you going to Rock Island?
no, I don't think
Okay.
so.
All right.
Warren Paracon, are you going to Warren?
No, the
No?
biggest one I'm going to right now is Rock Island, and then after that it's Nashville.
No.
No, after that's Wild Man, the one
We can definitely,
Dixon.
we gotta talk. I can get you hooked up with
Yeah.
Robin Sandra, and
Yeah,
yeah,
we should. Yeah, we
absolutely.
need to sit down and have a drink and talk and have dinner and all that
Yeah.
other kind of stuff. Yeah,
Would absolutely love that.
yeah, that would be so much fun.
What about me?
Hi, Damien. Welcome back. You can come too, but you got to drive with me.
Oh. Yeah, so did nobody even realize I was gone?
So what's next?
I have no idea.
So no, as soon as you dropped out, I stopped. I was like, "Oh."
We kept talking.
Like I thought,
We
like
just
kept
turned the
talking.
conversation to something else.
Yeah,
yeah, like the screen.
we were doing girly bond.
It went to my main screen, and I was like, "Are you fucking kidding me? I just lost that entire episode."
Yeah, you were losing me again.
Like I was so pissed. I don't know. I mean, it's been storming here
Oh
all
no,
day, so
I don't think you. I don't know if you did or not. I
no,
don't
it's
know if you lost the recording on it or not.
no, it still shows it's recording.
Because when
so,
it came back, it said that Dani was the host.
no,
It
Is it
said that it was
gone?
recording again right away too.
yeah, it shows it's still
Okay.
recording. So I don't know. It's
We'll see
probably
what
because
happens.
we've been having storms on and off all day, and we have shitty internet.
Maybe
so.
the gods are with us this year. Okay.
Maybe. So now that
Yeah.
things are kind of back, so what's some of like this?
Yeah,
There
the
were some
storms
wicked
have
storms
been
through here too.
Right.
where are you at right now?
Allentown, Pennsylvania.
Nice.
Where are you?
Oh, Allentown, Easton, Bethlehem.
Okay, got it. Okay.
Yeah, that whole little area.
I've got to go do keep going, Damien. Dani Marie and I could probably talk for hours and still not reach a scratch.
I just got a couple more
Hi.
things. I just got a couple more
Oh,
things.
God, you
It's all
lost
good.
We're
me.
never gonna have you back. Like we're never having her back
Hello?
again.
Can you hear me? Am I still here?
I'll go to Gettysburg with you.
Okay, yay! Oh, I love that.
I don't know if I'm still here.
No.
or not.
Yeah, we can hear you. Yeah.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah, you're frozen, but we can hear you.
This is ridiculous. It's probably the storms.
Yeah, you're here. You're here.
Can you
Is
hear
that-
us?
Here.
I can hear you guys.
You're here.
Here. Okay. So before this all just screws
Okay,
up
keep
again,
trying. Keep trying.
can you hear me?
What's the next thing?
Well, before this screws up, I just want to know, like,
Hold up the list. I'll read it.
Yeah, I have terrible handwriting.
You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah,
Yeah.
but the internet sucks out there. So yeah, I will go to Gettysburg with you. Hands down. I would go to
love
Gettysburg with you.
There's so many places out there too. So many.
I just the reason why I moved to Tennessee was because of Civil War history.
Oh, Gettysburg then. Hey.
Mhm.
Okay.
It has to be Gettysburg.
Yeah.
I have to do Gettysburg next year.
Gettysburg and if you're gonna go out that way, Cashtown. Jeremy and Danielle own Cashtown. Oh my God, they have made this place look so phenomenal. They're the most grinding and Hi.
Hi, Damien.
I think I'm back.
You're back.
I have no idea.
Oh,
I have no idea anymore.
Keep talking. Just keep talking.
Yeah. So while I'm here,
Just keep talking.
I have one more thing I wanted to ask before I
Okay.
just screwed it out again. What is some of your bucket list locations, whether you do it by yourself or with Get Haunted?
Ooh.
Oh, okay. So this might be so generic, but I really want Shanley Hotel.
Up
The
in New York?
Shining, Stanley.
The Stanley.
Stanley. I go to
The
Stanley all the time.
Stanley.
That's why. Oh my goodness.
The Stanley.
Stanley,
Hotel.
yes.
The what is this? We record and all of a sudden I can't think. Help me out here, guys. Lake Shawnee, right? That's the one.
Nice.
That's the amusement park. Yes.
Amusement park.
I've been begging, and they're like, maybe, but it's an outdoor thing. So like doing an event for the public, it's harder to do those.
Yeah.
So bucket list probably just for me is there. The Goldfield. Loved it. Yeah.
Yes.
I've done the Goldfield.
Oh my God, how was it? What?
I've done the Goldfield.
Oh, I've been wanting to get in there.
Oh
Are
my
you
God.
kidding
It's
me?
just, you're talking about the one that's in Goldfield, Nevada, right? The
Yes,
hotel?
in Nevada. And then there's like
I
a
know
whole
the
bunch
owner.
of places in Nevada. So
I
it's
know
like,
the owner. She's an Oregonian just like me. So yeah, I had helped. Yeah, I've done the Goldfield. Oh, if you want to go back west and do Goldfield gold rush stuff, you're taking me with you.
I'll pick you up. Let's go.
Let's go. I'll even drive halfway. I love road trips.
I do too. I absolutely adore that. I love them. And even when the rest of my crew is like, oh, I'm like, let's go, guys.
Let's go.
Because you get to, sightsee.
Look at how much you've seen.
Yeah,
I mean, really, seriously, when you take a road trip, it's a lot better than when you're driving, when you're like, you get to see so much.
And it's like even just like meeting the people at the different places you stop, and then sometimes you get recommendations. Hey, check this place out.
Yeah,
you never would have known about. Now all of a
sudden,
there's
a show. There's a show. Paranormal road trip.
So fun.
So fun.
So fun. But yeah, there and then Birdcage Theater. Like I kind of
nice
in the Birdcage.
Oh my God. That's it. I'm gonna steal you, and we're gonna go.
More than likely, it is haunted because when I was in there, it was like, I don't want to go around the corner. I really don't want to go around the corner. And I had been there before I was an investigator.
Nice.
And I found it to be haunted. Yep.
Could you imagine if you would have actually been poking around?
If I'd been poking around, right? That whole town of Tombstone is just filled with stuff.
Oh, yeah.
The cemetery was my favorite. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Pick me up. I'll send you my address. Pick me up. We're gone. I don't even have a job to worry about.
Do it. But yeah, I think those are the main ones on my bucket list. And, I mean, there's always ones to add on as you go because you hear new stories, find new places. But
it's like College Hill. I hadn't heard about that place.
You need to add this.
Instantly
add this place. Add this place.
Uh-oh.
Am I freezing up again?
Which place? Oh,
Scott County.
Add what place?
Historic Scott County Jail. No.
Oh, Scott. Yeah, Scott County. Yep.
I need to add go there.
Yep. You need to add them.
Oh my goodness.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Miranda and Chris are incredible. Mm-hmm. Miranda runs.
She's Ghost Biker Explorations.
Miranda's got Biker Explorations. Yes. Ghost Biker. Yeah, she's Ghost Biker.
She and then Chris is our co-founder knows her. Yeah.
Good. Yeah.
Yeah.
And come on down. Yeah.
Oh, that's exciting.
It's a great place.
I need to. Yeah, I should definitely. I need to do some more road trips. This is getting.
So, do you have any downtime, or are you constantly working?
Right now, because we're into spooky season, right? So
yeah,
it's like always spooky season for me. But like right now for the
me too.
Public, yeah. Mm-hmm. We're a little busy right now, but it's gonna it dies off in the winter a little bit, and then doesn't kind of pick up mainstream until like midsummer. But yeah, so right now, kind of booked, but. It won't be, I'll get some downtime in there eventually. I'll make my plan.
Yeah, you really do need to have some downtime just for your own personal health.
Oh my goodness. Mm-hmm. Yes. And even just to get into, because of doing the public investigation side with Get Haunted, you're in haunted locations. Yes, you're helping run an investigation. Mm-hmm. You're not actually investigating because you're making sure everyone else is getting their time to do it. So there's a lot of times you go to a location, maybe for the first time, you're like, I can't wait to go back there and just do it myself because, if there's a noise, you can't go run after it. You got to be like, hey guys, you guys go check that out.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Well, that's what I told Damien the other day. I said, if I've got an owner that wants to be on an investigation, I have no problem with that, but I will instantly ask for a second investigation where they're not present.
Mm-hmm.
just because it'll be a different experience.
It's a different experience. And if you're
Mhm.
if you spend the entire time talking and teaching and training and explaining, and you don't get investigation time,
No.
you don't get to connect with the location, you're trying to connect with the owner so that you can get that kind of information across to them. But yeah,
Yep.
I totally agree. You need to have time
Yeah.
that you get to go out and investigate.
It's so important too, because you don't want to lose, like you never want to lose that spark, what made you want to
Mm-hmm.
start in the beginning. And then you know, if you're doing the same thing every single time and not giving yourself that much needed time, you
Mm-hmm.
kind of like you get jaded. You know what I mean?
Right. Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, totally. Yeah, I
Yeah.
completely get that.
So yeah,
Are you
just
still
to
with
just
us, Damien?
I'm here. I
I
think.
keep checking on you. He's
I
kind of
think.
here. Are you
I think.
here? Are
I
you
think
here?
I'm here. Hello.
There he is.
All right. Well, before this ends up
You're
hi.
here. You're
shutting,
here. You're here.
before this
So
shuts
what
off,
else is on your list?
I mean, I don't really know. I don't know what I'm going to be allowed to do because I don't know if I'm going to get shut off again by the internet. So, everybody's.
Oh, okay.
Oh no.
Well,
Yeah.
chat a little bit. You should come out to my house and do your
I, I've thought.
broadcast.
I've thought about just going to Gina's because she don't live
So
too far
anything
from me.
else on your list?
On my list, on my bucket list.
Just, you know,
No,
yeah,
no.
go to Gina's.
Oh.
Yeah.
I might have to.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I mean, I think for me,
For the next one, yeah. So what is next on your path
for me,
for
for like
you?
what's
Yeah.
coming up next
What's next on your path?
on my path,
Yeah.
just I definitely want to I love the direction that Get Haunted's going with networking with everyone, and I'm hoping that that grows into something even bigger. I kind of would like to see us, not that I don't know how to say this without sounding stupid, but like I'd like to see a little bit more time spent with, which I think we're going to end up doing, like different specialty projects and stuff. I'd like to be more involved with that side of it and to connect with the different, there's all these different teams that I'm getting to meet right now that I absolutely adore, like P3S and Next to Kin Paranormal. They're two that I just got to like really connect with, and to be able
Very, very
to
cool.
size projects would be so fun that are trying to get out there. And I kind of like, so I started this whole divination thing, like finding divination with Dani. And it's more of, I've always loved divination. It's kind of it's that part of the paranormal for me is so much more exciting than the beeps and the buzzes of all the equipment.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not really an equipment person. I don't really, but, oh, was that me? Okay.
No, I don't know.
But yeah, so I'd like to maybe do something where I can expand on that. And for me, just starting that page on Facebook was, I want people to help me in my learning experience with, because I'll never claim to be an expert in anything. I've been playing with tarot cards since I was a kid, but I'll never ever claim to be an expert on that. And there's dowsing rods, which I get so frustrated with, which I think is a reason that I should learn to use them a little more to get past that frustration level. Dowsing rod, said that. Pendulums, just like all those little nuances for just trying it without the batteries and the scrying. Oh, I would love to dive into that.
Well, what I went out and got is a actual compass to replace a K2.
Oh, I like this. How do you feel? Like, how do you feel with doing that? Do you like it?
It is not as sensitive as a K2 is. So you're getting actual real readings from things that are not as readable by the K2. So you're getting some real stuff using the compass rather than the K2.
Oh my God, I never would have thought of that. That is so awesome. How did you come up with that?
I am all about finding things that are everyday things to use. It's like I used to carry a 5-pound bag of flour with me in my ghost hunting kit.
Just to see if something would move or whatever.
Yep.
Oh, I love that.
And then cat balls came up, and I'd been using cat balls for years.
I had like a whole
and then everybody else discovered them. Yeah, I've got like 26 of them or something like that. Yeah. It's like $15 and you get 3 million of them. Only because cats lose them.
They do, because they're works. They're like, ding, and they go flying. And
So yeah, I am all about finding everyday items to
I
use.
love that. I have a pinwheel, which, well, I'm packing. I'm moving this coming weekend. I'm moving, so
Pinwheels would be great.
I have one, and
I gotta go down to the dollar store.
Yeah, you have to. They're fun.
Oh.
I've not had it work for me yet, but I haven't brought it to the last couple investigations either. So that's on me, the fact that I haven't gotten it to communicate. But yeah, because you imagine it's something that would be easy enough, right, for a spirit energy to move. It doesn't take a lot.
Mm-hmm.
And you could get them to to either respond.
You can get them to go this way. You can get them that way. You can get them to go either way. Yeah. Or not move it.
Because I don't like things where when it goes off, your first response is like, oh, are the batteries dying? Like, I hate no, I want something where I'm like, I can't explain why it's doing that. You know what I mean?
I went out and built have you ever seen pendulum jars?
I would love to make, like, you can make those yourself.
I've made them. I have like 9 of them right now that I'm going to take to the Paracons with me.
You like, yeah, that's kind of taking the aspect of it's you doing it, right?
So, it takes all human manipulation out of the equation.
Oh, I need to make one, or I need to buy one off of you or something. If you sell them, I'll buy one off you.
Yeah, I do. I do, but I'll send you one. You can test drive it for me.
Oh my God. Oh, I'll buy
it.
And
then I'll send the whole thing for you. We'll talk later and I'll send you one. Yeah.
I love
Hi, Damien. Welcome to the Danny and Kelly show. Oh yeah, we've known each other all of our lives, throughout several centuries. So what else you got for us?
I don't think anything.
But yeah, so I think, yeah, I don't know. Not sure where my paths lead me past divination and all that, but
past the divination. Where's the next location you're going to be at?
The next location we're going to is it Conjuring House? I have my list right here. Conjuring House is coming up September 16th for the crew.
Nice.
Yeah, I will not be there, but our crew will be there for that one. And then we have I think it's the 22nd is we're having. So have you guys ever been to Pine Bush?
No.
Okay, so there's this Pine Bush UFO and Paranormal Museum. Pine Bush, New York. I think it's New York. Oh, don't kill me if I got that wrong. But yeah, it's this fun little place where, they have like this whole museum set up. They do lectures there. So Rob and Sarah, who are our co-founders of Get Haunted, they're going to be doing a lecture there for Pine Bush. And then the next day, which would be September 23rd, we're doing a double event. So we're going to have half of the crew is going to be working the Shanley Hotel in Napanoch. I think it's Napanoch. And the other half is going to be doing the Mid-Orange Correctional Facility, which is
nice.
a location.
Nice.
If you've never been,
so are you guys going to do a double Estes session where you do one in one location and one in the other location? You see if the responses match the questions on both locations?
We've been doing that, and I'm going to bring that up like, hey, guys, do you want to try this there?
Dude, yeah. Try a double Estes session.
This weekend, yesterday, actually, we had 3 locations, right? So I was at White Hill Mansion in Fieldsboro, New Jersey. I'm going to butcher every single place where it's at. I'm sorry. It's so bad. It's been a weekend. So
maybe I should have gotten up and gotten that drink before we started.
So we had that Enfield. It's 1771 Enfield House. A lot of people know it as the Enfield Demon House from Animal Planet. So we had that location, and then we had Palmyra. So we had all 3 of them, and we did a live over our Get Haunted YouTube. We did a live Estes experiment. It went really well. We had everyone that was under the Estes. I'm pretty sure at least 2 of the locations, they named every single location. They were calling out people's names from both, like all 3 locations.
Wow.
It got a little wild, actually. Yeah.
Very cool. Very, very cool.
So that's something I like. I like that. Like if we're going to use equipment, like let's use it outside of the box kind of way. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So yeah, I'm going to bring that up that they should. I'm like, hey, if you guys want to do a little extra, maybe try the Estes that way. So
Yeah, that would be interesting to see if something happens on both of those locations.
oh my gosh.
And then I would start looking at who's haunted on your group.
I feel like we're all, so here's the thing, because there's a small group of us that have been doing this together for so long now.
Yeah.
And I think it is us sometimes. Like, I think like we bring it out, like just the energy of when we're together, things get a little haywire. And I'm like, yeah, I don't know.
I've often wondered if it's the energy of the people that are there that actually stimulates, if you're around people that are, if you're around people that are active and they're laughing, they're joking, they're having a great time, you want to be a part of that.
Oh my
So
gosh.
what's preventing the ghosts from not being part of that as well?
No,
I think
probably
if you're
enticing them to
having
be a part of that.
fun, everybody's got to be a part of that.
And that's something we always try to tell our guests, because there's those ones that sit there like they don't know what to do or they're really nervous. And we're like, guys, the more you put into this is the more you're going to get out of it, the more time you're spending enjoying it. You send energy waves out all the time. What you throw out, you get back in one form or another. So yeah. Why not? If you're sitting there and you're having a great time, some of my best evidence ever is always when we're not trying. It's when we're like, we started doing an experiment and it wasn't working, so we just started giggling and talking with ourselves, and all of a sudden something's going off, or we get an EVP telling us what the card is in front of us. And
I love it. Oh, it's just so cool. There's just something about the paranormal that just
And then there's the whole level of like, we don't really, everyone's like, the one question I ask every single time, I'm like, please do not ask if they know that they're dead, because we don't know if they're dead. We don't know what exactly it is that we're communicating with. What if it's just a thinning of the timelines? What if it's a dimensional thing? What if we're the ghosts? What if they're the ones that are living and we're the ghosts? I mean,
have you seen that one with Nicole Kidman? That movie with my God, what was the name of that movie?
Is it
The Others?
No. Yes, The Others.
Is it that? The end of that movie,
one of my favorite movies of all time.
Like, are you kidding me right now?
Oh my God. It opened up an entirely new world for me.
There's so much that we don't know, which I think makes it all the more exciting when we do get some kind of evidence. Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
It always leaves me with like 5 more questions than I have an answer for. So.
Right.
Yeah, I don't think we're ever going to if we ever get to the point where we start getting answers for this, it's going to kind of ruin some of the fun we have.
It's going to like kind of squash some of the magic out of it.
Squash some of the magic.
Yeah.
I'm right there with you with the dimensions and stuff.
Right. Yeah. Because why not? Yeah.
The worlds, I mean, they talk about the veil thinning in after Halloween or Mabon. No, it's not Mabon. It's Samhain. Samhain. So they talk about the veil thinning. So what if that is actually something true? What if there is a veil, and what if it does go up every now and then, and we get insight into the spirit world? We don't know. And here we are being modern human beings who don't have any knowledge of anything that our elders had back in.
That gets frustrating. Like, how are they so far advanced in certain aspects of life that now we're just like, well, I don't know how they did that. Well,
yeah. Well, they were more in touch with reality than we are, actually.
You just got to think of it too. Like, even, and I'm sure people have done this experiment, but like taking when you're getting your most evidence, when you're getting your most interaction, and say when is the moon phases and the electromagnetic field, and like just, where's everything lining up? What is that the veil? Is that because like the magnetics from the earth, from the tectonic plates, from like everything,
right?
What
is it?
5 million different us's running around in different dimensions,
right?
Have you ever had this? And this is like where started that for me was, have you ever had a piece of equipment or a walkie-talkie go off and it's the voice of the person standing right next to you, and you're like, there's no way that was just them, because they're right there?
See, now that hasn't happened to me yet. And I'm the only thing that I've had is a doppelganger. I've seen a doppelganger of my brother. And so it was somebody that I'd known all my life that I saw, and it was him. It was his face, it was his eyes, it was everything about him.
Isn't that the weirdest experience?
Yeah.
Oh my God, that happened to me, Penhurst.
Nice.
I thought I saw one of my crew members on a different floor, and I came down. I'm like, how are you? How are you here? You were just there. And
Yeah.
she's like, no,
Right.
I've been here. And I'm like, okay, well, I just saw you like up on another floor. And then at one point, it was crazy. And then we had a table set up because we were at a Paracon in Penhurst. I took a picture of our logo. I was just being stupid, and I was like trying to get a stupid angle on our
Yeah.
logo. Took the
Yeah.
picture, and I'm going through it, and I'm just like, all the color went out of my face. I'm behind the damn logo. It's me standing behind our logo. And I'm like, I took
What the hell?
There's no way. Like, no
Hmm.
way. I don't know. I can't figure that one out. But like my face looks, it scares me. Like, because my eyes look funny in it. I'm like, I don't like that.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
See, that
Oh,
would be the, oh,
I don't like,
yeah.
I'll send that to you then just so you can see what it looks like. I'm like,
Oh,
no.
oh, that'd be weird.
Everyone's like, yeah, right. Someone took your phone. I'm like, no, I have witnesses. I'm the one that took the photo.
Mhm.
I
Right.
don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah. Oh, that's, it's just, it's, we could probably spend hours and hours and hours and hours and hours upon hours and days and years and months and whatever the hell talking about the paranormal. Me personally, I wouldn't stop. If I had an opportunity to talk about it 24/7, 365, I'd probably do it. Mhm.
I definitely could. Absolutely.
Yeah, but I'm not one of those weirdos. I'm actually a normal person, but I just have a passion for the paranormal. So
And
yeah.
that and
So what
that's
else
why
you got for us, Damien? What else do you want us to talk about?
and that's why you kept you kept getting called the witch, right?
Yeah.
Did you
Two
really?
two ESTA sessions now at separate locations. They've said the one at the stables, let me tell you about the one at the stables. The one at the stables, we were doing the ESTA session and they said Kelly. And they went and everybody said which one, because Damien's wife is named Kelly as well.
Okay.
So they said the nice one.
Oh.
And then at some point I came up in conversation and I was the witch, which doesn't bother me because I am. Then I was at another location for just on Wednesday, and they were doing another ESTA session, and it said Kelly, and the people they knew about this event at the stables, but they didn't, they weren't ready for what came out. They said it said Kelly, and they said, "What about Kelly?" Witch.
Oh, get the heck out.
So I
They're
guess
calling you
now it's
out.
official. I'm gonna have to come out as a witch, and
Hey, you know what?
yeah.
Maybe that's them being your cheerleader. Like, yeah, she got it.
I am. I know I
I
am.
love that.
But that's a little unnerving. They're like, doesn't that upset you? I'm like, no, because it's true. Why would it upset me? It's true. And I don't care what
when they remember you. Like when you go to a location or you're in a neighboring area and the spirits remember you. I kind of like that.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I like that too. Yeah, it's like, oh hi, how are you? You're back again. Yay.
Right.
Yeah,
That's
we're
what-
looking forward to that with the stables. We can go in there and make it our own and get to know the ghosts. That's one of our goals right now. Yeah.
Mhm.
So
That is the plan.
hi, Damien.
Hello. Hello.
So where are we in your conversation list?
I don't even know at this point. I'm just curious what this is gonna.
We kind of derailed you completely. I'm
We
sorry.
did. I'm gonna blame it on the internet.
Yeah, I blame the internet because I don't know what this episode's gonna even sound like now. So there's gonna be like 2 or 3 just random silences, and then we just pop back in. Oh, so if people want to find Dani Marie or
They're
get
like, oh,
haunted,
there they are.
Yeah.
Oh,
So if anybody wants to find Get Haunted or yourself personally, how can they do that?
They can find Get Haunted at www.gethaunted.com. We also have a Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. Facebook is Get Haunted. Instagram is Get Haunted Socials, and then I think TikTok is just Get Haunted. crew, I'm sorry if I screwed that up. But other than
Next
that,
time, give me a cue card.
I know I should have had this written down, right? Zero prep for this whatsoever, other than the fact that my list of locations is already on my desk. But for me personally, Dani, what am I? Dani Gahan? No, Dani.
Who am I? Where am I? What am I doing?
Dani Marie on Facebook and Dani Gets Haunted on Instagram. I don't even know what I am on Facebook anymore. Yeah, Dani Marie on Facebook. I'm done. Mentally, like, done.
Well, Kelly, do you have anything else?
No, we've had a great discussion.
Yeah,
this was so nice. Thank you for having me on. This was a lovely end of the weekend.
Aw, I'm so happy. Yeah, we have fun.
Well,
Yeah,
hopefully it doesn't.
That's one of our primary things is to
hopefully
have
it
fun.
doesn't.
Favorite
Hopefully it doesn't
podcast
sound
so far
bad.
ever.
Hopefully it doesn't sound bad.
It'll be good.
We'll do good. We'll do good. Hopefully it kept recording for a while. So
I hope so.
Hopefully, I'll find out.
Because we had
here.
great discussions while you were gone.
I guess I will find out here in a little bit.
Oh my goodness.
So.
All right.
Well, everybody, I want to thank Dani Marie from Get Haunted.
Yep.
Everybody go check
It was such a pleasure to meet you.
This was a pleasure to meet you too.
Let's stay in touch.
Yes, please. I would love that.
Yeah.
All right.
All right, everybody, thank you so much. And everybody go check out Get Haunted. I think I'm lagging too.
Yeah, you are.
Oh, this is crazy. All right.
You can voice it over. You can voice it over. Yeah,
Maybe.
just voice over.
Maybe. All right, everybody have a good night. Everybody go check out Get Haunted.
See you later.
Bye.
Bye.